usually come in and be like, hey, what's up, bro?
What's up? And we'll just toss them down like that.
And then you toss them down like that. It's as simple as that, you know. We've done that one in public too a bunch of times.
Welcome to the first ever show of Jackish. Today I have two special guests. They're the CEO of Handshakes. They have over 600,000 followers on TikTok. Give it up for Mikey and Henry, the PointerBrothers.
Thank you for having us.
What's going on? Thanks for having us.
Welcome, welcome.
Great to be here.
So let's get started. I want to talk about what's your background before you guys started TikTok. What were you guys doing before?
Yeah, you want to dive in?
Yeah, I'll dive into it. So I graduated UMass Amherst in 2019 with a degree in finance. I started up a job in tech sales soon after that, and then COVID hit. So we transitioned fully remote, and then I was back at home with Mikey. Yeah. And that was just a super brief background, but that kind of brings us to where we started.
Yeah, and a little background about me. Graduated high school 2018, and then went to college, played soccer at St. Anselm College, small college up in Manchester, New Hampshire, for 2 years. Then COVID hit, took the whole year off of school, and then made the decision not to go back. So that's where we're at right now. It's a little brief background of where we're at.
Yeah.
Do you guys think COVID helped you guys be more successful, gaining followers on TikTok?
Yeah, I would say. I'd say without the lockdown, we probably would never have created an account. We kind of were just bored, and it just came about out of boredom thanks to COVID. So
yeah, I know it kind of has COVID, not a good thing, obviously, but there's been a lot of good things that have come from it, learning from it. And yeah, when we got sent home, we're like, dude, we're gonna be stuck here for so long. So we're like, hey, TikTok, we downloaded it, made some goofy videos for our friends, stupid videos, weird videos. And then, one of them ended up catching some activity, and we're like, hey, let's keep making some.
I remember sitting in my room, that's all I did was just TikTok.
Absolutely.
It was 24/7.
Yeah.
It was bad. Too.
Yeah, TikTok's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll see myself up until sometimes 3 a.m. just scrolling. And then, you see that final TikTok where you're like, yeah, it's time to go to bed. You're
I know it's time to go to bed, and you're like, no, it's do more. More.
That's the thing is I'll be in bed ready to go get a good night's sleep at 10 p.m. And then I'll be all right, I'm good. I'm going to wake up early, 7 a.m., get a good start to the day. Next thing you know, it's 1:30 a.m. I'm on TikTok. I'm like, dude, I've been in bed for so long just scrolling on TikTok.
I've always told myself,
it's so bad.
If we weren't on the platform creating content, I wouldn't have it downloaded. There's no way.
No, I couldn't. Yeah. Because a bunch of my friends, too, they said, they just delete it because they're the only reason why I have it is to watch your videos. We're like, let's go, thank you. But other than that, they're like, dude, I got to delete it because I'm spending way too much time on it. So it's tough. So
if you guys weren't doing TikToks, where do you think your lives would be right now? Where do you picture yourself?
That's a good question. As I mentioned before, I have a tech sales job, so that's kind of what I've been doing right now. Could definitely see myself, working in sales and doing stuff, but probably right now, with the 9 to 5, so going into work and doing stuff like that, and nothing terribly exciting, but that's probably, I think, where I can see myself right now if we didn't really have this going.
I'd probably be, or I would be in my junior year of college. Right now, business major, but also have no idea what I wanted to do with my major, no idea what I wanted to do for a job. And when this opportunity came about, it kind of opened up a lot of doors. So that's where I'd probably be. I'd probably still be in college right now. Yeah.
College is actually very hard to decide, honestly. I am going through it right now.
Absolutely.
It is very struggling.
It's a tough decision. It's reality hits you, it's crazy.
You think about the cost of college too and all that stuff. It's a huge decision to make. Yeah.
Yeah. Going back when you said you were playing soccer, I actually recently heard you were dropped soccer. I heard you were I went to your games actually before. You were actually very good with a mohawk and stuff. What happened?
Thank you. My love for the game is always going to be there. I absolutely love soccer. But this opportunity came along, and it was it's a once in a lifetime to be able to do this for a living. Came along, I kind of just weighed out. It wasn't an easy decision to leave school, but wait out. I talked with my parents about it. with Henry about it, like with friends about it. And, you know, there's a lot of pros and cons to both things, but, you know, I found this opportunity was too good to pass up. But I'm always playing soccer. You know, I'm always still playing pickup with my friends. Me and Henry are always going to play, you know, doing indoor leagues, going to watch my teammates play and everything. So my love for the game is still there, and I'll always play it. But yeah, I made the sacrifice to leave soccer at a like a collegiate level to do this. But yeah, so yeah, it was too good of an opportunity to pass up.
Absolutely.
Where did like the name PointerBrothers come from? I think a lot of people would be like, where did this come from?
That's
it's
a very
just an odd name.
Yeah, that's like probably one of the most commonly asked questions.
It's funny too, before I answer that, like we see packages, brands will send us stuff, and they always address it Henry and Mike Pointer, as if like we're like that's our last name, like we're, you know, Henry and Mike Pointer, the Pointer Brothers. But it actually came from a Tim Robinson sketch. He's a comedian. He's been on SNL. He has his own TV shows and things. But it just came from a sketch.
Yeah.
There's this group of performers, and they get up on stage, and they're the Pointer Brothers, and their whole thing is they point at everyone in the audience. It's such a goofy idea, but that's where it came from.
Yeah. People think like they're gonna be like a band and they're gonna sing, and the only thing they do is just point at people. And they're the Pointer Brothers.
Funny
and it's like a stupid. It's like sketch comedy, but Tim Robinson's like inspiration to a lot of our videos too. He's a great comedian, totally different style of comedy.
Yeah, very funny.
And making jokes land certain ways. So that's where we got like the name of it from. Was that one sketch of Pointer Brothers? Because when we made our TikTok account, we had like no idea what
no plans
we'd be
to
doing.
like get huge or to grow like crazy or build a brand or anything.
So we're just like, hey, we're brothers. We'll put it down.
I think we had just watched that episode or something, and we were quoting it, and then we were like, oh, let's make a TikTok, and like, oh, it just happened at once. We're like, oh, we'll do the Pointer Brothers.
Yeah.
So. Sounds good.
Because I was like, my mom texted me, like, it was like during like COVID season. She was like, Jack, look at these, search up Pointer Brothers on TikTok. I'm like, I mean TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
And she was like, and I searched it up like 2 days after. I was like, this is kind of stupid. And I'm like, I click on it. It's like one day I searched it up, and I'm like, oh, it's you guys. It's like, wow, it's actually kind of cool. And it was like 100K. And it was like when you guys were giving like away a speaker, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, this is actually like really cool because I actually kind of want to do this. And I was like, where, like, how did you like even start? Like, it's like, I searched it up. I'm like, Pointer Brothers. You guys don't point.
Yeah, I know.
You do handshakes.
Yeah,
like,
right.
how does that like connect?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was yeah, I don't know.
That was funny. That speaker giveaway actually came about because my buddy and his dad created the company, right? So they created these speakers, and I was like, dude, like, can you give us one of those and we can just give it away? Because like, I didn't want to pay for it, you know? Like, we didn't have any money to be spending on speakers to then just give away. And he was like, yeah, of course. So it was really fun how that worked out. And way we did it, we like announced the giveaway in a handshake video, and that video ended up going viral. It had 7 million views, which was really cool.
That was pretty neat.
But that was fun opportunity to promote my buddy's product like that.
Yeah. Do you think this is going to be like your growing up? Like, do you think you're going to make a living out of this?
Yeah, at least I believe so. I mean, as of right now, we're starting to kind of see it like in front of our own eyes right now. You know, we've worked with a lot of brands and have done a lot of deals so far. And you know, we just came out with our T-shirts the other day. It did really well. Sold those and already working on the next thing. And yeah, we're working on a couple long-term deals coming up, and it's been really exciting and just been able to travel. Been lucky enough. We've been working with a manager. Shout out to Kevin. He's been there. He found us when we were at like 130,000 followers, and he's been nothing but helping us get deals, helping us grow, make a website for us, socials, everything that comes to it. So we've just been grateful. We've traveled to LA for a couple weeks, made connections there, go to North Carolina to visit him. That's where he lives. So we've been grateful for all the things we've already done so far, and definitely excited for the future.
It's been really cool to be in the middle of everything, like Mikey was saying with these deals. And I guess I never realized until we were in this position that these brands have huge marketing budgets, and there's just so much money to be spent. And creators with these social followings have a lot of influence and a lot of power over the audiences that these brands want to reach. So there's money to be made, and like that's definitely a goal is to have fun, make videos, create content, and do that for a living, and make money while we're doing it. So I think that's a drive and a goal of ours for sure.
Yeah.
Now going back to like when you said you were going to LA, Crazy Tilly, I saw him before you guys.
Yeah.
Actually, and one time he was like live streaming. I'm like, I know the PointerBrothers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
really? I'm actually collaborating with them. I'm like, really? You're actually collaborating with them? And then when you guys went to LA, and I'm like, dude, that's actually sick. The house was huge.
Yeah.
Like, the view was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I show my parents, they're like, wow, look what Mikey and Henry are doing. Look at Mikey and Henry doing. They're like, wow, that's sick. And I was like, how did you guys do this? Like, how did you guys actually hook up with him?
Absolutely.
It's a really funny story how we know Tilly. I think Mikey can.
So Tilly's
explain
also
that.
from Massachusetts, and he's buddies. He lives with my buddy Jake the Shooter, who directs music videos out there and has worked with a bunch of artists, huge music artists and social influencers, directs music videos for them. And Tilly lives with them, and Tilly's on TikTok, Instagram, all those social platforms, and he's a comedian. And we just kind of linked up through them, through there.
Yeah.
And just made a connection through that. And
Yeah, like you said, we were out in LA. We were at the Wish House, which I still don't even know how to explain what Wish is. I'm sure you've heard of it, right?
Yeah,
Have you?
the wish.com.
Right,
Yeah,
Wish.com.
yeah.
And it was a lot of fun to go there with Tilly and just create content there. Like
Yeah.
you said, it was a cool atmosphere. I mean, this house was Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it was in Beverly Hills.
Bel Air. I don't.
Bel Air.
It was this mansion. Dan
Something like
Bilzerian
that.
used to live there, and then he moved out, so Wish moved in. Really cool experience. Done a lot of fun. And when we were there, I remember talking with Mike, and I was like, dude, who would have thought a year ago that our TikTok videos would bring us to this mansion in LA?
Yeah.
And it's just I never would have.
Yeah, and it's been
that.
crazy because it's not just us two. We're obviously the Pointer Brothers. We make content, but we have a team, and we're growing a team
Right.
too. We have Kevin, our manager, who we've been working with almost a year, who helps us out crazy amounts. And then we also have our friend, both of our good
Buddy
friends
from
that
high
Henry
school,
grew up with. His name's Costa. Shout out to Costa. He's amazing on the lens. He videographer, takes photos for us.
Edits a lot of
edits
YouTube and
edits
stuff
all
like
of our
that,
YouTube
yeah.
videos and everything. And he came out with us. And it's been crazy to go out with a team and be like, yo, dude, how did we go from making a simple handshake to being able to fly out to LA, go to this mansion, do everything, meet people, and just have a team that we want to succeed and just make funny stuff and videos.
The time is incredible. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's 1 year.
Right.
Absolutely.
You made one TikTok and you're in LA.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the span of 1 year.
Absolutely, and it feels cool because we're just barely beginning too. We're just we're just starting, and there's a lot more to come, and we're super excited for that too for the future. So the opportunity's been crazy.
Let's talk about these shirts. These are actually dope pretty shirts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where'd the skeleton come into play?
Yeah, so the skeleton was just we hired a designer, a graphic designer to make some sketches and make some designs for us, and we made some revisions back and forth and came up, and we gave him a couple an idea board of what we wanted to do, and one of our brands or one of our things that we do on our brand is we wear beanies like this. We kind of rolled up above the ears.
Yeah.
We did that as a joke early on one of our
Beanie
videos,
sticker.
and we got the beanie sticker. And it's yo, we can roll with that. And it's one of those things you don't realize, you do enough, and people are yo, where do you get those? And it's something, that it turns into yo, you can make this into a brand. If we want to sell our own beanies eventually in the future and put it on a shirt. So, and then we have the dudes pointing at each other. So we're just hey, we kind of want the beanies, pointing, kind of a goofy, not cartoonish, but kind of that, vibe. And I don't know, and he came out with that, and we thought it was awesome. Is that covered about right? Yeah,
I think so.
So that's the skeletons wasn't even our idea. It was the designers, and we love to give people creative freedom, as people give us creative freedom. When we work with brands and stuff, they're hey, you have all creative freedom, and it makes it the best, and we can come up with our best content. So when we tell him for the design, we're hey, we gave them ideas, gave him creative freedom, comes up with that. We're that's awesome. Yeah. It's cool to see what people can do. So that's where we got the.
When you guys are in public and you see a stranger, have you ever seen a stranger wearing one of these, saying, "Oh my God, it's Pointer Brothers," or walked up to you?
I've never seen anyone wearing one that I wasn't expecting to wear one, wearing one. We have had some people come up to us and ask us, or say "Hey, you guys the Pointer Brothers?" We were in LA and we were at a bar, and some kid was like, "Dude, you guys are the Pointer Brothers, right? And I was like, yeah, how do you find us all the way out here? And he's like, I knew I recognized those mullets. So he knew us from the haircut.
The mullets have been something recently.
Yeah,
Because we're both known for, we always do like a bald fade short haircut. And recently, I mean, quarantine, like during 2020, we dyed our hair and grew it out and then cut it. But now it's like, dude, we both have never had hair
this was long
this long
for us.
So we usually are short, bald fades. So like mullets are almost part of the brand too. So people have been like noticing us through the mullets too, which is kind of cool, kind of like
it's been
crazy.
It's been fun. It's always like feels surreal when we were at a bowling alley too the other night and someone recognized us. We took a couple pictures. It's just like so funny because it's like
that was weird.
I never would have expected this to happen, and and it's happening. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal at the end of the day for us, is to just entertain people, just to make them laugh. That's what we want to do, and and building a business, building a brand, going along with that is amazing. So yeah.
Don't you guys think this is like, when you do the handshakes, don't you think it's a little bit too weird, or?
Yeah, so that's all. I mean, that's like the brand right there.
Yeah.
It's like when we made like the first ever like handshakes with your homies. It's like the whole series is like normal handshake, and they get a little bit weirder and weirder and weirder. And at first people are like, yo, like these are weird, or like a lot of people say is like sus, which means like suspicious. They're like, yo, these are sus. It's like all of it, and we're like, yeah. And then people start to figure out, they're like, oh, like, I mean, obviously it's a joke, they're brothers. Yeah. So like they play into it and they're like, oh yeah, like I'm absolutely doing this one with my homie, and it's like the weirdest one yet. So it is kind of like, it's the brand.
I definitely think some people understand it.
Absolutely.
Some people get the humor, some people think it's funny, but there's always gonna be people that are like, oh, this is too weird for me, I don't like this. And it's just like, you can't please everyone.
Yeah, you can't. And you learn that real quick.
I think we both just find it funny. We both have a good time creating the videos, and it's like, you're either gonna like them or you're not, and we hope everyone does like our stuff.
Yeah,
and
if not, it's okay.
Everyone gets a laugh out of it, but it's at the end of the day, you can't please everyone, right? But,
Now, do you guys kiss after the video?
So that's a good question. We've been asked that plenty of times.
Probably
as
every
you
day.
can imagine.
Yeah.
But
trolled a lot of people.
But we don't. We have accidentally. Like once or twice, nothing crazy, but but
No, there's been like scares, like close scares. I'm talking,
but it's
minuscule. But you should see, like, everyone's like, yo, the funny thing, yo, why'd you guys cut the video? We're like, I know, dude, like the video actually went on for 2 more hours, but like we cut it. But it's like, no, there's been times it's like you lean in and then we always like back away. And we're just like,
funny.
dude, we do that part where like we max that out at like 3 tries, because then it's just like, dude, it gets too weird.
Then it's too weird. If you're on your 6th.
It's my brother. We're like, dude, you can't do it. So like we always usually get it first, second try. Yeah. So it is. There's been some close scares, but gets the adrenaline going a little bit, But no, yeah.
You sure?
Actually, no, I'm just kidding. No, it's been close, but no.
Do you have like any advice for like the audience, like how to like become you guys, like how to be successful?
I think the main thing that I can think of is do something you're passionate about. Like if you want to create TikTok videos, create them because you like to do it, not because you want to go viral.
Yeah,
I feel like you can see it in your content when people are making things or doing things or going out in public and pranking people, like because they want to go viral. I think I can speak from experience with Mike and I. We never expected this to amount to anything, and I think that's why we're able to continuously create
and enjoy it
and have fun, because it just comes naturally to us and it's not forced. So that would be my main takeaway: is like do something you like to do, and don't do it because you want to go viral. If you're good at what you're doing and you enjoy it, then it will come naturally and it will take time. But
yeah,
that's my main thing.
Probably say the same thing. If you like creating content, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you gotta love to do it, and you can't do it for views or anything, because like if that's like what drives you, and he's like, you can get kind of like down on yourself, like, oh, my videos haven't been getting views, maybe I should just stop and try a different like hobby or something. But it's like, no, you got to do it because you love it. You got to every day, your video gets 1 view, 2 views. It's like you got to love it. And one of the things is like if you want to grow, what helps a lot is you find like a certain niche. We have like our handshake videos. That's how we started. We strictly just did handshakes, and we're like, hey, we're genuinely goofy dudes. Can we show that in other style videos? And we have, and we've proven that through other videos and everything. So we have totally different style, not just handshakes, you know, but we've done like dance moves too and like greetings,
Right.
but like also away from that stuff. Like,
Right.
but find a niche, keep rolling with it, respond to comments as in like, there's like, yo, like that part was so funny. It's like, how can I incorporate that? Or how can I, you know, put more of an emphasis on that part in my next video? And then maybe a lot more people are like, yo, that part was funny. It's like, you just grow off of it and you know, yeah.
It's a lot of trial and error
Tons
that
of
we
trial and
found
error.
is we'll try to start a new series and we'll do a part 1 and part 1 might do, you know, X amount of views and we'll do a part 2 and part 2 will go crazy.
Skyrockets,
So it's
yeah.
like, it's a lot of trial and error and just stick with it. You know, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it doesn't happen overnight, even though it might seem like things can happen quickly. It's a lot of trial and error and a lot of hard work and just staying with it and staying
I mean, because
positive.
that's what it is. We make videos every day, and you know, a video we make could hit 3 million views.
Yeah.
Or a video we make can hit like 5,000 views on TikToks, and it's just like, it's a huge difference. You're like, oh, somebody comes to your account, how does that make sense? They're getting this, but it's like, you know what, you keep going, you make it, and you know, you just.
It's funny. Mike will pitch an idea, or I'll give Mike an idea, and we'll be like, all right, yeah, we'll make that video. It'll take 2 minutes to film. We'll film it. We'll post it, and maybe, you know, we've had times where one of our most viral videos, I think, had 17, 18 million views, and we filmed it in like a minute outside. Like I was on a lunch break, and I was like, dude, we got a minute. Let's do it, and we posted like 16 million views, and we'll spend an hour trying to film another video.
Like camera,
yeah, we'll go all in editing,
camera
crazy,
angles,
all this.
costumes, blah blah blah.
And like, you know, maybe we get 5,000 views or 10,000 views. It's just crazy how that happens. But
Yeah.
that's where it's just like, just keep going, you know.
you got to keep going, you know. You got to keep going, and it's also, you got to make, like I said, like stay true to yourself. You got to make content that you enjoy making, and like, you got to just like keep doing it because you enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
And just be persistent with it
How
too.
many videos do you think it like you blew up? Like how many videos do you think it took?
How many?
If you did the guess.
Yeah, that's a good question. How many handshakes did we do? Like parts?
Like for that series, I think we did like 15 of them.
Right, but I think it probably
first,
took like
like
7 or 8
But as in like blow up, I mean like.
before we hit like 100,000 followers.
Yeah,
maybe?
before we hit like, I think I remember
I
when we
don't
hit
know, that's a good
100,000
question.
followers, I think we made like 7 or 8 parts, but with like different
Yeah.
videos in between. But I mean, that's also not like a good gauge of like what we did to grow a following.
Right.
Was like, I couldn't put it on a certain amount of videos, but we can say that through that one series we found a niche and we did handshakes. We're like, yo,
that was big. Yeah.
that one did pretty well. What do we do now? It's like, make a part 2. Oh, part 2 went crazy. What do we do? Part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7. And it's like, and that's advice too we've gotten from friends. And it's like, yo.
From Tilly, actually.
From Tilly, actually.
We called
We
him.
FaceTimed him. We're
Yeah.
like, hey, because he had over 1 million followers. Like, yo, we made it. We had like 300 followers. Yo, we just made our first like video. It did like really well. I was like, how can we capitalize on that? He's like, dude, just keep making parts. People love it. And you see it all over TikTok. There's like people post on part 12 and you look at their account and it's like, yeah, they're growing. It's like, yeah. So we found our niche, grew through that. So that was basically the handshakes is kind of it's the handshakes that's kind of got us where we are.
That brought us the following, and then we. Like you said,
So it's like
kind
we
of tried
found
to
our niche,
expand.
so we grew through that and then made other stuff. So yeah.
Can you guys actually show us some handshakes right now?
Yeah, I think we could. I think we could.
I think we had a
could do a
couple in the
couple?
back pocket that we stored a couple in there.
really?
We can toss a couple out. Do a couple good ones.
All right.
Down.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
We got a couple. We'll show you the Titanic and the Daddy's Home.
Yeah.
So
the Titanic, the first one, you know, it's like a level expert kind of.
it's expert level.
And it's one of the
handshake for
most
sure.
ones that people know us by. So you come in, we'll walk you through it before we do
Okay.
it.
All right.
You walk in, you get an intense run-in. You're looking at each other in the eyes. You go, hey, right hand, left hand, and then usually it's me. I spin around, and then
So
I
you jump
jump
up?
up, and then he spins me.
So
Like the Titanic.
like the movie, right?
So we'll get it,
All
like,
right.
first try.
Yeah.
We usually come in and be like, hey, what's up, bro?
What's up? No, just toss them down like that.
And then you toss him down like that. It's as simple as that, you know. We've done that one in public too a bunch of times.
Oh, we
and,
have. That always gets a
people love
great
that one.
reaction. People love
So
that
this
for
next
sure.
one we can
Okay.
actually teach you. It's very simple. It's called the Daddy's Home. This
was on our
This
first
is one of
part.
our very first
Yeah.
handshakes ever. And it's like, you know, what's up, Daddy's Home. We come in normal, say, hey, boom, I twist, hands up, squat, up,
Back up.
back down. Yeah.
There it
And
is.
it's as simple as that. You want to try it?
Yeah, give it a go.
You want to try it? So we say, hey, what's up? You know, you get a firm grip, boom.
What's up?
Then you stay. I spin. Hands up.
Squat.
Oh.
There it is.
Like that.
There it is, right
Sits
there.
up, and it's kind of like, hey, daddy's home, you know?
That's it.
That's like, yeah, those are two
Yeah.
most known handshakes. I'd
Yeah.
say. Yeah. Yeah. So that's them. Do you like those?
No.
That's usually the good reaction
It's
I
like
like to hear.
the Pointer Brothers staple right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just
But-
no. Yeah. That's solid.
I really have no words right now, if I'm being honest.
That's usually,
Speechless.
yeah. That's like that's the reaction we kind of want.
Yeah.
Speechless. That was like kind of like the vibe. It was like when we started this too, doing all those handshakes. We have a lot more weird ones too.
Yeah.
But they aren't even real handshakes. Like, as in like, they're not even like.
Well, it was funny because we've done so many parts and we've counted up like hundreds of handshakes, and we're like, dude, how many can we actually do? And that's when we start kind of getting a little more lenient with the term handshake and do some more.
Nothing
stuff like
involved
that.
with the handshake whatsoever,
Yeah.
as you can see. But yeah, those are them. Those are
All
the big
right.
ones.
Well, I want to say thank you for coming to the first show of Jackish. It's actually been a pleasure seeing you guys again. It's been a while since we actually met again.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
This was awesome. Thank you.
Make sure to follow the Pointer Brothers on TikTok. It'll be linked in the description. Subscribe to Jackish, and peace out.
Absolutely.
Peace.
See ya.